Every time the FA Cup or the League Cup comes around, you know, sort of just proud sometimes that you don't pull Swindon, but over the years they've got a good record against us. In the Simod Cup they beat us 4-1, and also of course they beat us 2-0 in this competition a few years ago. So we owe them one or two favours, and I'm sure we'll put it right on Saturday.
Kick-off tomorrow at 3, highlights on Saturday News and Sport after the national evening news on BBC One.
Against had 2 players sent off and snatched a surprise lead. The final score, Norwich 3, Swindon 1. Nigel Turner reports.
Swindon were soon under pressure with Ian Crook's free kick touched over by Fraser Digby in the first minute. Swindon replied with Nestor Lorenzo's header from Kerslake's cross, but Norwich keeper Gunn made the save. But drama in the 23rd minute as Lorenzo chops down Robert Fleck. Referee Hemley says it's a professional foul and Lorenzo is sent off. In the second half, Steve White puts Swindon in front, only for Dale Gordon to equalise. With Jon Gittens sent off, a mistake let Mortensen in for number 2, with Fleck sealing it in the final minute.
Well, in red, second division Swindon got the chance to prove it. Argentinian World Cup finalist Nestor Lorenzo bathed early, after 23 minutes in fact. Robert Fleck threw on goal, and really, Lorenzo can't complain. Small discussion with the referee, and the card was red. Swindon did manage to go ahead after 50 minutes. Steve White racing onto the through ball, and a good finish. Playing well with 10 men is one thing, but with 9, well, that's a bit much. Just on the hour, Fleck and Gittens going for the same ball, and Gittens lashing out. And once you look at the replay, maybe Gittens can't complain either. There was a slight debate into which direction he would actually go, but it was quite obvious it was off the field. Now things were going to be really difficult for Swindon, and 3 minutes later, Norwich were level. The ball played forward, challenge at the edge of the area, and Dale Gordon taking advantage. Five minutes from time, Danish international Henrik Mortensen on the list. He came off the bench and was on the mark. 2-1 to Norwich. A minute from time, Fleck settled it from Mortensen's cross. Norwich 3, Swindon 1.
Tie. Swindon lost the game 3-1 and had 2 players sent off. Details on all the sporting news now from David Passmore.
Yes, Robert Fleck has been in trouble for making gestures to fans before. He was ticked off by police and fined by the club after the League Cup match against Watford. On this occasion, though, the Norwich chairman has said Fleck did nothing wrong. The incident occurred after Norwich had equalised. Fleck clearly gestures to the Swindon fans, but judge for yourself whether it's rude or inflammatory. There were problems for Swindon too. They had defenders Jon Gittens and Nestor Lorenzo sent off, which will upset their continuing league campaign. It was a disappointing result as well. Swindon had held the First Division club in the first half and had taken the lead in the second. Lorenzo was sent off in the 23rd minute for a professional foul on Robert Fleck. Lorenzo perhaps a little unlucky. Was he really guilty of deliberately preventing a goal-scoring opportunity? Despite being down to 10 men, Swindon took the lead just after half-time when Steve White got the better of Ian Butterworth. But then Swindon's other central defender, Jon Gittens, was sent off for an apparent punch on Fleck. The referee had a long chat with his linesman before making a decision. With Swindon down to 9 men, it was just a matter of time before Norwich scored an equaliser, and it came from Dale Gordon. Mortensen can't get a place in the first team at the moment. The Danish striker is on the transfer list at his own request. But he put Norwich ahead after coming on as substitute for David Smith. Mark Bowen ran from deep inside his own half to set up goal number 3, Mortensen's cross, and Fleck scores his 5th goal in 5 games. So Swindon out of the cup and facing problems in the league.